star, but only strictly where I'm famous. I'm in this for the longest haul, like we'll see where it takes us. I'm throwing back these double shots like whiskey here is weightless. Cause this career I chose was even riskier than Vegas, yo.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. Guess what night it is? It is Thursday night, and we are live with me, Colby Rebel. And it's going to be such a fabulous episode tonight. Have a lot in store. We are going to take some callers on air at 323-992-3115. It has been such a busy week, and I have an amazing guest in queue here. And we have so much to talk about. There is so much to talk about. But I am going to start with the fact that in the studio, Spirit has been around so much this week. If you have watched Coffee with Colby, you have heard this story. So it's been really fun and kind of cool, gives me the giggles. Well, I walk into the studio tonight, and I'm standing under one of the lights, and the light bulb blows right there. And the producer, Tony, here, he's like, "Oh, Colby, you blew the light bulb." And I'm like, "I know, I'm sorry." And we're sitting down, and he goes, "The other one just flickered. Do not make that light bulb go out." And I'm like, okay. And I look at the light bulb, and then the light bulb burns out. So a lot of energy in the studio tonight. So I know we've already got some callers in queue here. But I do want to kind of talk about what is coming up. This Sunday is our Sunday Spirit Service in LA. It's a wonderful Spirit service. We have 3 professional mediums, and they deliver messages from your loved one in spirit. It's just a $10 donation. It's a way for all of us to come together. We also have a professional talk by dating coach Damona Hoffman, and she's going to talk about how to bring in the love of your life using your intuition. So you can't miss that one. So it is Sunday at 10:30. It's on the Facebook. Make sure you use the Eventbrite link to reserve your seat. But it is so much fun. If you miss it, we do live stream it, but you can only get a reading if you're in the building. So you want to kind of show up. It's so much fun, though. And I got to tell you, real quick, before I get to our fabulous guest tonight, whom I love so much, we're going to talk about the New Jersey trip. I'm going to New Jersey. October 18th is Sip with Spirit. It's a really fun evening. It's going to be a wine tasting at a professional place. All the wine is included. All your spirits are included. But it is Thursday night, October 18th. So the tickets are going pretty fast. So if you're interested or been thinking about it, make sure you go ahead and grab those. And then 2 days later, I'll actually be in Orlando at the venue again. So for all of you who know the venue and have seen me there a couple times, looking forward to doing an evening of messages there again. So there is just so much going on. But I do want to kind of bring on our guest this evening because he has such a busy schedule, and he's been teaching and working and you know, again, so I sit there and he's in the States for just a little wee bit of time, and I'm like, "Hey, are you free?" You can't, when they're kind of not too far in the time zone, you can't miss not having them on. And last time I felt like I owed him a little something because at 2 a.m. he showed up here for us. Remember that? So I do want to re-welcome our guest again. He is a technically born in New Zealand, raised in Australia, now has a center in Holland, teaches all over around the world, plants trees to give back to the community, takes care of a family, and still serves Spirit with all of his love and all of his passion. So let me just say hello to Rhys Wynn Davies. Hello, Rhys.
Hello, Colby.
How are you?
I'm fantastic. Thank you for having me again.
Oh, yeah, of course. I like I said, I saw you. You weren't too far in. As long as you're in the United States, it's not too far time-wise. And I'm so glad you can make it work tonight. So thank you.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Thank you.
Now, you've been so busy. You're doing some workshops and teachings and some events, right? Is that right? Where are you right now?
Yes, so I've been working in the Swampscott area.
What is that?
Just north of Boston.
Okay.
And I've been there working for the Swampscott Church, spiritual church, and doing readings and some workshops there. And now I'm in a place called Duxbury. I'm at the Miramar Retreat in Duxbury in Massachusetts.
Wow.
And we're doing a 4-day retreat here, Miracles and Mediumship retreat. So we're here for the next couple of days until Sunday. And it's been a great day so far. We've got about 20 participants in there. They're actually working as we speak because we're actually staying here as well.
Wow.
So it's from 9 till 9 at night, and they've given me the pleasure of sneaking out for an hour so I can talk to you.
Oh.
And it's great. We do yoga. It's by the sea. So we do a bit of breath work, bit of yoga, a bit of artistic stuff. I'm with the lovely Maria Fallen, who's a psychic artist, and she draws with both hands and does spirit faces. Brilliant medium in her own right. And a lovely yoga instructor called Shauna Child, who's great with connecting with breath work and that. So it's a fun couple of days.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, and then I zipped down to Mattapoisett for 3 days just to do some readings before I head back to Holland.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's busy, huh?
Yes. Yeah.
They're all like odd names. I'm going to have to go to Massachusetts or Maine to figure out all those names.
Oh, yes. They'll love you over here. You have to come down sometime.
So yeah, you've been really busy, right? You've going back and forth between Australia, Holland, here, keeping up with the family, and you have your own center in Holland that we talked about last time. So how was that going for you?
Yeah, it's really great. Thank you. We've now got 6. So we started about 5 months ago. So we're still early stages of, building a foundation to it, but we have now 6 regular yoga instructors.
Oh.
So we offer a lot of yoga. And then, of course, I'm doing the meditation, attunement with spirit, workshops, having a seance and, circle nights. And of course, I do my readings from there. And my partner's doing regression hypnotherapy work there as well. So it's getting there really good. That's
fabulous. That's so exciting. And for anyone who doesn't remember, I'm going to Australia. So I'm so excited. One of my teachers, Lisa Williams, is actually in Australia as we speak. And our friend Sue is taking some flyers to her. So it's kind of fun. Everybody is helping us out over there, which I think is just so wonderful to see, everybody coming together to support us on this endeavor and on this tour. And that's going to be the whole month of February. Now, here's what I need from you, Rhys. I need you to help me make sure I enunciate properly, okay? So we are going to Brisbane first. Is that how you say it? Brisbane. Uh-oh, can he not? Oh, he's frozen. It's the spirit tonight. I'm telling you guys. We've got so much spirit. So we're going to Brisbane first, and I believe that's February 1st through the 5th. And then we go to Sydney. And is that the 9th? Is that the 9th through the 14th? Something like that. And then it is Melbourne. And I know we're in Melbourne. Oh, I think he's cutting out. So are you there, Rhys? Oh, I think, do we got to say goodbye to him? Okay. Listen, Rhys, I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye. But that's okay. I'm still going to take callers. So I'm going to keep talking. See, even though his people let him out of the class, his spirit people did not. So unfortunately, he's still being called to duty. But anyhow, we are finishing up in Melbourne. So for anyone who's in Australia, if I misenunciated that, I'm really sorry, but I'm from New Jersey. I always say we can say it how we want to say it, but I will learn. I will learn the right way to say it. I'll have Rhys give me lessons. But I'm so excited. Lisa is there. She just actually released a brand new book, and there's so much exciting news coming up that I'll be sharing. So I'm very, very happy about that. But I want to make sure for callers, if you get through tonight, 323-992-3115. 323-992-3115. And just remember, let's shut those phones off of external sound. So no ringing, dinging, blinging. The speakerphone just won't work. I know a lot of you are on queue or in holding, but you have to be ready to pick up your phone because we just have a short delay. There's not a long delay. So if we're hearing the TV or hearing the music or hearing you yell for someone to pick up the phone, we got to hang it up. And just have your question ready. Do me a favor. Like, oh my goodness, there's a lot. They're anxious, aren't they? You guys are anxious tonight. I'm excited. Look at that. What am I going to do with all those calls? I guess I'm going to do as many as I can. Here's what I want from you guys. Just have your question ready. If it's an area of your life, the general questions about what do you see for me, we're going to need a 1-hour reading. You get a minute. So tell me what your question is, or if there's someone you want to connect to, let me just know who that is, and we will get started. Let us start with, how about number 3, 714? Oh, here we go, 714. You're on air with Colby. Who is this?
Hi, Colby. This is Elizabeth.
Hey, Elizabeth. How you doing, honey?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm doing great. What can I do for you tonight?
So the reason I was calling, for the past few nights, I've been seeing a lot of orbs in my home.
Yeah.
Orbs.
Mm-hmm.
And, one thought is always, I'm seeing things. But the other night, my husband was able to witness them as well. So I wanted to see if that was any loved ones that were trying to, relay a message to us.
Yeah, it definitely makes me feel like this is a male. This makes me feel like this would be a father or a grandfather in spirit, okay? Because that's the first thing I heard of. Oh, it's from him. And it's really interesting because I actually feel like, would your husband have a grandfather in spirit, a father or a grandfather in spirit?
My husband, no.
Oh, do you understand the father or the grandfather in spirit?
Yes, for me.
Okay, because it makes me feel like, because I feel like he actually is wanting to communicate a little bit. So are you okay with me kind of blending in with him a little bit for you?
Yes, of course.
Okay. He gives me this feeling, too, of it's interesting he's using orbs, but he also has a lot of energy. So, which is interesting because we were just talking about lights earlier here. So I feel like he has the ability to use the lights in your place as well. So even though you're seeing orbs, you may also be seeing the lights flicker or something going on with lights as well. Because he gives me this sense that he would have been pretty handy in the physical world, so I know he knows how to tinker with stuff. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay, and he gives me this sense too. Now, what's really interesting, he keeps going. I almost feel like he's got work pants on because he keeps going into his pocket. So I keep feeling like he's either jingling keys or there's it feels like there's keys. Would you remember him jingling keys or constantly playing in his pocket? Do you remember that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And it gives me this feeling around him also. Do you remember, or do you have a money clip, or do you understand the money clip connection to him as well, or him clipping his money? It might even be a paper clip, but he's showing clipping his money.
Every time I'd see him, he'd always make sure I had, $5 for ice cream or something for a treat, and that was always our thing.
Okay, got it. Because he keeps showing the money over the clip, and he keeps giving me this feeling as well. There's lots of love for you, gentleness for you. You know what I mean? And it's also like this, he's always got this quiet sense of wisdom. He's not trying to preach or anything like that, but it is really a sense of guidance. So I feel like even as you were little, I just feel like he could offer this guidance to you. It was very reassuring. Like just to even be around him was really fun and really reassuring. Do you know what I mean? Also,
yes, I do.
Okay, what's also interesting, let me see if I get this right, okay? He just showed me, you would understand also, you said ice cream, but would you also understand like soft serve or sprinkles on top of the ice cream?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my God, yes.
Because he shows me the sprinkles, but it just shows me like, and you would have been pretty young at this time just because he shows it all around your mouth. I don't think you would. I think you enjoyed that ice cream a little too much, Elizabeth.
I did.
Because he keeps showing me he keeps showing me the ice cream, and I just feel like there's a sense too where he gives me this feeling where I feel like you're in a transition, like there may be a move or a change, I feel like. And I just feel like you've been really nervous about this or worried. And I feel like he's been showing you more and more to say, hey, honey, it's okay. I'm right here. This is okay. I want to let you know you got this. Do you know what I mean? So does that
man, yes, I'm having I'm pregnant. I'm having another baby, and I have 2 at home already. So I'm really nervous.
Yay!
About,
okay.
Adding on.
Yeah, he gives me this feeling that this is gonna be like he gives me the feeling that you've got this and this is okay. All right. He also gives me the feeling. Right. Now I am curious. Do you know the gender of the baby yet? Don't say.
A boy.
Sorry. Oh. Okay, because I felt like, darn it. Okay. You took my thunder, Elizabeth. It's okay. It's okay. I always say it's a 50-50 shot anyway. Anyhow, right. What I do feel like is there may be something about what you're naming this child, maybe a middle name or something along that line may also be connected to your grandfather, okay? Because he keeps showing me there's a name continuing. So would you understand the name? Either you're going to give him part of your husband's name or a part of your grandfather's name, but I see a name carrying on with this son. Have you decided on the name yet?
Oh my God. We've decided to give this baby my father-in-law's first name.
Okay, got it. Okay. And you because
he knows. Oh
yeah, he knows that you're carrying on the name. And I just get this feeling around him as well where he's also giving me, all I saw was a J. So I don't know if there's a J name, a Julio or a Juan or something along that line. But do you understand that name connected as well, J?
Yes, we're planning to name him Jason.
Oh, there you go. Okay. He lets me know that that he knows about the J and the J name and that it's connected to the family, okay? And I just feel like
question, Colby.
Yeah.
Do those that have passed, do they meet our children before we meet them?
That's such a beautiful, wonderful question. And I do feel like they do, only because what's interesting, there's a lot of times where a grandmother will be in and they'll kind of hold out a baby. And so you know that there's a baby coming in. And I feel like so I do feel like, yes, they do. Because remember, your loved ones in the physical and in spirit, we're all connected, right? Even your husband's family, I just got goose. They're excited that I got that right, I guess, because I just got chills. But even your husband's family, like his family that have passed on that you wouldn't know or would have passed maybe before, they're together with your family. Like the spirit world comes together. And so I just feel like he lets you know about this. And I just feel like he also gives the month of November just popped up. So I'm not sure. Do we have a birthday? Is one of the kids' birthday, or do we have a birthday in the month of November?
It's my birthday.
Oh, yay. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, look at me. You're welcome. It's really your granddad saying happy birthday. So I just want to let you know that, he is okay, that he is around you. He's been around the house really with that loving energy. You know how he always just had this real loving energy about him? Yes. And I feel like it's, he's letting you know it's okay, that the house is okay, that you've got this. and just letting you know that this is a time to celebrate, and just really relish in that, okay?
Oh, thank you, Colby, so much.
Yes, and congratulations to you. Congratulations. That's amazing.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yes, and lots of love to your husband and your father-in-law, okay? And the kids. Okay?
Thank you very much, Colby.
All right, Elizabeth, you have a good night, honey.
Thank you. You as well.
Bye-bye. I love that. I love when, the loved ones are coming in and letting us know. And the orbs. So let me just explain for any of you out there who may not know what an orb is or what that means. An orb is basically the energy, right? So spirit has energy. That it is the vibration, and they even have more energy than us, right? Our higher self has vibration, but our physical body weighs us down. That's why we can be in the earth plane. We need the physical body to be in the earth plane, right? So without the physical body, we can go ahead into the other realm. So that's energy. It's a lot of energy. So when they're around us, that's why lights may go out. That's why wiring may be a little like break, the DVR breaks or something, the computer, all of that. It's not that they're trying to wreak havoc on your life. It really is just that energy of them being around. So orbs are the energetic fields of them. So sometimes they'll be in orbs. I've seen orbs. Sometimes orbs are the camera. It's spots on a camera. But you know what? I always say to people, you have those naysayers. Oh, that's a spot. That's a dirty spot. You know what? If you have a photo and there's a spot in it, but it makes you think of your loved one, that's because your loved one was already there. So spot or no spot, your loved one is around and they're recognizing you and letting you know that they were there in that moment. All right. So that's the bigger lesson here. It's not about trying to prove who's right about the science part of this. This is energy. This is spirit. It's the intelligence of the spirit world. And feeling orbs and seeing orbs is so much fun. You can actually play with your camera and see them. The light can't be too bright, though, in the house. You want it a little dimmer. But it's actually fun. I sometimes will play these orb games where I'll be laying in bed or, and the lights are just right. And I'll just put on my video camera and you'll see them shooting around. Sometimes in Coffee with Colby in the morning, people will see them shooting by. It's a lot of fun. So if you see them, don't be afraid. Know that that's just your loved ones being around and saying hello to you. So how about another call? Let us do number 5. Is that 604? Okay, here we go. 604, you're on air with Colby.
Hi there.
Hello, who is this?
Hello, it's Lori.
Hi, Lori. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
And what can I do for you tonight?
Well, I'd just like to know who's around in spirit and about my health.
Okay, well, you got to pick one or the other, honey, because we're doing quick reading. So do you want to connect to a loved one in spirit, or do you want to know more about your health?
I'd like to speak with somebody in spirit, please.
Okay, who would you like to speak to?
My grandfather.
Okay. Hang on one second, Lori, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, honey. Yeah, it's interesting. Would you understand him? When I tune into we just had a grandfather, so it's an evening of granddads tonight. But your granddad, he gives me this feeling of pulling energy in, right? So I feel like he could definitely be pretty serious, like well respected. Does that make sense? Because I feel like he wants to make sure people know who he is. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. He also gives me this feeling around him of being very intelligent. He feels like a really smart man, even a position of what he did, of figuring things out. Does that make sense around him as well?
It could, but I'm confused about grandfathers. I have 2.
Okay, hang on one second. He gives me this feeling of being a bit more, He just feels like he's definitely a little more professional. That's the feeling I get. So either a little more well-dressed, but definitely well-respected. Like, that's what I keep getting around him. Also, a sense with him, he does show me glasses, which I don't normally go into physical, but he shows me glasses. So, and also just, again, that intelligence, that reading, that wanting to kind of explore, tell stories. He's much more, does that make sense around one of the granddads?
Oh, I just don't know. I didn't know either one of them.
Oh, okay. So you can't validate at all then. Okay. Well, maybe if you can go back and try to find a photo or look to see if that looks like one of them. But I get this sense where he gives me this link too, where he doesn't feel like he lived very long. Like, I mean, he didn't live to his elder years. He makes me feel like he passed younger. So do you know if one of your grandfathers passed younger?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. He gives me this feeling around him where there's also this feeling where I just feel like there's just been a real difficult time for you. So I know you mentioned the health, but I just feel around you there's a lot of like, it feels like sluggish. You're having a tough time with energy or motivation or something around that. Does that make sense as well, like what you're going through?
Yes, it does.
Okay. He also gives me this sense, too, where maybe your body, like there's a physical thing where your body isn't able to move as much, or your body is, I feel like your body feels either a little stiff or it hurts when you move. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Because he lets me know that he's around and he watches this. Also, what's interesting, are you getting cold, or I don't know where you're calling from, but do you understand, like, needing a blanket or getting chilly?
Yeah, I do. I get the chills.
Okay. I do feel like this is a feeling where he's letting you know that he is around you. He's been trying to help you through this. That, you know, our loved ones really can just support us and love us as we have our own experiences, right? They can't cure us,
right.
But they can love us and support us. There's also something maybe that's going on with this health that you wanted to know about. He keeps giving me this feeling where this may be in the family somewhere along the line. I'm not saying he had it, but there's some sort of connection here because he acknowledges a connection. So, you know, you may want to look at the family history to see if there's a history of what is going on. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I feel like he just gives me this feeling too. I don't know if you've just put on, I believe, I don't know if they were fuzzy socks or fuzzy slippers, but something on your feet. Does that make sense? Did you just do that or something?
No, but I do have a slipper fetish.
Well, hey, I got to say, I love that you admitted that on air, so thank you. But I also know he showed me like these fuzzy socks, fuzzy slippers, and said, they're cute. So, and you must have some, there must be a pink pair that, or like, I don't know if it's like a little animal, but it keeps showing me a pink pair. So he keeps acknowledging that he thinks that they're very cute, okay? So I feel like in your circumstances, I don't want you to feel so alone, okay? I just want you to know that you're not alone, and that, you know, your loved ones are around you, because I feel like there's a sense where there's a struggle, a little bit of not having a lot of people around you to talk to. Do you know what I'm saying? And I feel like...
Thank you.
Yes, and I feel like he wants to let you know he's right there and he's right with you. And I feel like through this health thing that you are working on is letting you know he's going to be right there with you. And I know it takes some strength and I know you're feeling tired. So just make sure you're getting that rest when you need it. So even though I said I wasn't going to go into both, I do love that he decided he was going to help with it.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome, and you have a beautiful night, okay?
Thank you,
Put
Colby.
some slippers on.
Yeah, I will.
Take a picture. Put them on
love you.
Put them
Thank
in the
you so
comments.
much.
You're welcome. Bye.
Okay.
Now we all want to see her fuzzy slippers. I think that's so cute. And I love that. You know, again, it's our loved ones. I don't believe that they're here to fix things, because we have to have our experiences. We have to have it, but they are with us to support us, the same as they would be in the physical world. So let us do another caller. How about 13647. Okay, here we go. 647. You're on air with Colby.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Melissa. How are you?
I'm good, Melissa. How you doing, honey?
I'm very surprised. It's my first time calling.
Yay! Well, you just say yes to everything, and it goes along very nicely.
Perfect.
What can I do for you?
Okay, so I guess I've kind of been making some big changes in my life, and I'm just kind of curious if I'm on the right path.
Okay. Yeah, but what's interesting, there's two things in particular. I feel like there's definitely a change in your boundaries, because that's the first thing that popped up of what your boundaries are. And I actually feel like this ends up being a change in career, which ends up leading to a change in career as well. And then also about relationships. So you kind of have this like tripod thing of what's happening to you. So does that make sense?
Makes so much sense.
Okay, good. I love, see, you this is going to go so nicely. Now, what I feel like with this is, though, I just feel like, you've been one of those people in the past that would have said yes, yes, yeah. Very hard for you to use the word no. And I feel like you've really had to kind of say, this is what I want. This is what I'm going to call in. And I feel like you've had to almost disassociate either from a relationship or maybe start to look at something different in a relationship as well. Does that make sense?
It does make sense.
Okay. And I feel like what's interesting, though, is kind of standing up. I almost feel like this person is trying to come in more or trying harder somehow. Does that make sense as well around this person?
Not so much, no.
Okay, that's okay. I just feel like with this person, you may hear from them though, so I'm just going to let you know, okay? Because I feel like you holding your boundaries is really good, and I feel like that's the right direction, but I also keep feeling like it may not be over. Well, it is over because for you it's over, which is a good thing, but I just feel like this person I don't know. It just feels like it's been back and forth. Do you understand what this person, it would have been back and forth? Does that make sense? Like, I just feel like it when I get this, usually it's like, oh, this is where we were with it.
I mean, I can think of relationships that have ended kind of like wishy-washy in that sense, but it's been a long time, so I'm not sure.
Okay, what I will say,
that would be it. But the boundaries thing was like career that definitely hits the mark.
Okay, let me just say with this relationship where I feel like what I do, I'm not going to stay on it too long because I do want to go into the career a bit. But with the relationship, I just feel like this is really important to make sure, because it feels like you're calling in like the right person, or the right person is here. Like, there just feels to be such an optimism around it and such a security, like a strength around it. And I feel like that took a lot for you to kind of get to that place. And I feel like around work, I feel like there's just this change in work, and I feel like it's trusting and it's surrendering. And I keep hearing that you're on the right path. And I know I keep seeing a circle, like, so I know it wasn't a straight shoot for you. I know it took you a while to get there and to kind of build it and to trust, but I keep hearing that it's in the right direction. It's in the right path. Okay.
Okay.
And I just feel like it's kind of knowing what you're worth, because it's really finding that fulfillment of what you're getting, and also getting what you're worth. Because I keep hearing, make sure to tell her she gets what she's worth.
Yes.
Okay. So can I ask what it is you're doing? Are you going into a whole different line of work? Can I ask?
Well, I'm not sure, because I'm leaving. I'm leaving the career I'm in.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not really sure where I'll be going.
Okay. I feel like you're going to end up doing something completely different, to be honest with you, okay? And it makes me feel like I want you to trust where you're being led. Trust, like, what is it? Like, I don't know. It just feels like I don't think you're going to be doing the same thing you were doing. So I want you to, okay, good. Just because I feel like you're being pulled in a different direction. I see that loop. So, and I feel like you're going to be doing something where you're definitely in a place to kind of help people more, or in a place where it's definitely more fulfilling with what you're able to offer. So I just want to make sure you do that and don't go backwards.
Okay.
So, and I will say real quick too, I love that you got through, because, there's a massive amount of callers. And so the fact that you got through is really your team, your guides reassuring you and validating you. Huh?
I said it was meant to be.
It is meant to be. So just use that as validation also, that where you are in relationship definitely feels a lot stronger than what it did. And where you are with career, it's like, this is it. One more thing and you've got this. Okay.
Perfect.
All right. You have a good night, honey.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. Okay, here we go. I'm going to just try to do as many as I can. How about number, I don't know if that's 23415. Okay, here we go. 415, you're on the air.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, my God. I can't believe I am on here.
Yay.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Who is this?
My name is Lauren.
Hi, Lauren.
Oh, my gosh. I was like, God, I was crying, guys, like, please. I feel like I'm going to pass out. I'm in such shock. My main thing was health. I got diagnosed with Lyme disease and Epstein-Barr and just having crazy symptoms. Antibiotics didn't work.
Okay.
And a lot of it, I think, is...
Well, hang on. Let me do it.
Okay. Go for it.
There's no sense in you calling in and giving yourself a reading. So,
Okay.
So let me just talk about it. I'm not a doctor and I cannot diagnose, okay? But...
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the thing. I do want to say we're going to work through those diseases and work through those diagnoses. But I do feel like a lot of it was almost, it's funny because I feel like a lot of it is what you're holding on to. I just feel like you're holding on so tight that they're trying to get you to move. And I feel like you were trying to kind of stay so regimented in what you were doing that you were afraid to kind of let go. And I feel like this kind of came about and it's holding on because it's forcing you to let go, forcing you to surrender, like forcing you to ask for help, forcing you to look at what you're doing. Like there's been a lot of that eye-opening stuff as well, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's what I was leading into, the stuck part and praying to let go, but not knowing where to move and where to go. And
yeah. Well, what's interesting is the reason you don't know where to go is because you're still recovering, right? So I feel like I really feel like, I don't know if you have looked into energetic healing or Reiki or just something along those lines, but it makes me feel like this Lyme disease and the Epstein, all of that is connected to you understanding what it's like to be that ill and what it's like to be that limited, especially in physical. Because again, I think before this, you were like Little Miss Independent and just doing your thing. And I feel like this is stopping you so that you can work through this so that then you can help other people. So that I almost feel like you're going to end up helping other people, but because of this experience.
I already was a therapist helping suicidal children and teens at risk youth, and then I feel so burnt out.
Yeah.
That I am like I love to love and I love to help and be of service, but I got to do something different.
Yeah, it feels like it's going to be a little more spiritually based or something around that what you're going to be doing. Okay. I would love to say that it's going to be, I still think you're going to use energy and all, but with the helping the teens and all of that, I feel like there wasn't like an outlet for you. And I feel like in order to do this, there has to be an outlet for you, like a place for it to kind of see results, see the change, see the effervescence, and allow yourself.
Most definitely.
Yeah, and I feel like that's what's going to bring you the joy. So I want you to look at the fact that, you went in it because in your soul, you knew you were meant to help people. You knew you were meant to make a difference. But I feel like Spirit is just tweaking you just a little bit of how you're doing it. And you may end up helping people work through more blocks of emotions, like emotional blocks that are creating physical limitations, physical illnesses. So I think there's going to be something along this line for you.
But do you see me healing? Because I haven't worked since March. I got denied a short-term disability when the blood work's coming back, like, off the charts high.
Yeah, I feel like what's happening is I don't feel like you're really going to be able to go back to where you are. I just feel like there's a huge door closed behind you. I mean, listen.
Yeah.
But I just feel, and I just feel like they're trying to get you to make sure. I know you just have to take care of yourself right now. And I know you're feeling a lot better, but I keep seeing at least, I just keep seeing another 6 months of recovery, and it's going to get a lot better, but I just feel like there's such a deep healing that needs to happen. Like,
that's such a relief, because I'm like, is this the rest of my life?
No.
I don't want to,
No, it does not feel, listen, like I say, but it does not feel like the rest of your life at all. It just feels like you were just not that person, though. I think even before you realized how bad it was, it had already gotten pretty bad, and you just didn't give yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
I just kept pushing and pushing.
Yeah,
pushing
you just didn't want to. So I feel like this is I'll tell you what, the more you can rest and like truly surrender, go into more of those meditations, because I see that either you've been meditating or working on it. Go into that more. The prayer is amazing. Just connecting to source is amazing. But keep doing those things. Give yourself the rest, though. Rest. That's actually going to help you kind of get back on your feet quicker.
I get insomnia.
Yeah. But I do hope. We're trying to do rapid fire questions, honey. I'm so sorry, but
it'll be really
okay.
Fast.
Go ahead.
I'm doing something called ozone therapy, where you get oxygen put in your blood to help heal, and it's expensive. Like, I've had like friends and family give me money for it. Do you see that being helpful?
You know what? I actually do feel like it's helpful, because it's recharging your body. I mean, if it's I don't want to see you go into massive debt over it, but it does feel like it does help, because you're just infusing your body. That's what you need. It's just that recovery. But also you can do that through rest or through making sure you're breathing in the clean air. But that it actually does feel it feels like your system likes it. So you may feel a little more energetic, but just make sure you're giving yourself the rest you need. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I appreciate you so much, and thank you, Spirit, and everyone else calling tonight. Bless you all. Thank you.
You're welcome. And feel better.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, hun. Okay. And for anyone who's out there, if you've been sick, or it is so hard, especially when you're not feeling energetic. I mean, even poor Tony over here, if you hear any coughing, he's sick. He's sick, and, he works himself to the bone. And that's what a lot of us do. We get sick, or we keep pushing ourselves. And we have to remember, again, just going back to this physical body that I've been talking about all day for some reason. But, we have got to give it the rest it needs, the rest it deserves. Really. You would not drive your car across country 6-7 times without giving yourself an oil change, without making sure the tires are okay, without making sure the fluids are topped. Yet we give our body, our own human physical body, less attention sometimes. So take care of yourself. All right, I think I have time for one more. Gosh, this show goes by too quick, doesn't it, you guys? How about let me do 815, number 19, I believe. Okay, 815. Hello, this is Colby.
Hello?
Who is this?
Hi, Colby. This is Tia.
Hi, Tia. How you doing?
I am good. I would like to connect with my mother tonight if possible, please.
Oh, let's see if we can do that for you. Always. Tia, I got to tell you, it's always I didn't say it tonight just because I've learned better. But I'm always like, okay, the last caller's got to be psychic. The last caller. And, it never works because Spirit is always like, no, that last caller's going to be medium, honey. And so I didn't even say it this time. You got through, and now we want to talk to Mom. Don't you love that? I think it's great.
I love it, and I love you. You're amazing.
Oh, thank you. I'll tell you what, as soon as I tune in, like all of a sudden my hands are going. So I know your mom would have been more, especially in younger years, would have been more energetic or like making sure her hands were in everything. Does that make sense? Because all of a sudden my hands are like moving like crazy.
A little bit.
Okay. She gives me this feeling of, Tia, do you do something with your hands, honey? Can I ask? Or I don't know. Do you tend to move your hands around? Are you constantly doing something? Can I ask?
With my hands, yes.
Yeah, because she keeps, okay. Because I feel like, because when I asked her, when I went back and I said, oh my goodness, are you not using your hands? She goes, no, I'm watching Tia use her hands. So it's almost like, I'm not saying you do massage, but you're always moving your hands around. Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
She gives me this feeling around her where I do feel like there's a sense where her body also had some health issues or there's something going on with the body. Does that make sense? Because I feel like with her, she would get frustrated by the body.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm wondering, too, with her, was there more of a chronic issue with her? Like something that would also go into her, what are these, kidneys? This is why I'm not a doctor, Tia. Do you understand the physical body not being able to move and then it going down her legs as well?
Yes.
Okay, because I feel like I can't move the way I want to move, or my legs won't work the way I want them to work. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Okay, and then I'm just kind of curious: is there a diabetes connection, or is there diabetes in the family at all that you're aware of?
No, it's not diabetes, but it's actually cancer, breast cancer runs in my family very strongly.
Okay. I do feel like there's something that for your mom though that went through the whole body, like her legs aren't moving. So I feel like whatever.
Yeah, it metastasized.
Okay.
Okay. In her small intestine.
Oh, see, yeah.
Like got full of water. So
Tia,
yeah, you're right on.
Okay, thank you. I just feel like with her though, I just feel like a lot of like. Before she's not very old though. It feels like when this happened. So I don't know if she's 47 or if there's a connection to a 47. But I got a 47, and I also do you understand 47? Is somebody around the age of 47? When was she around 47?
She got diagnosed at 45.
Okay, thank you. It gives me this feeling around. And then also really quick, is there a connection to an 8, the month of August or the 8th of a month?
Yep, my son's birthday is October 8th and my daughter's birthday is September 8th.
Okay,
so
got it.
8's coming.
Okay, thank you so much because she just showed me the 8. She shows me and just so you know, Tia, the infinity sign is important to her. So that love, that heart, and I do feel like you either wear something, a necklace of hers, or she's got this heart for you that makes me feel like it's a necklace. But do you understand the heart from mom? Do you have a heart?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Do you understand on the back of it there's an inscription or there's writing also connected to the heart?
Yeah, it's a placket that my father gave my daughter, but he inscribed it on the back of it somewhere.
Okay, thank you. I feel like mom just shows me my show's almost over, so I got to go quick, honey. I'm so sorry. I feel like mom just says to let you know what an amazing mom you are. Like that is her biggest pride and joy. And the fact that she watches you and the fact that she's so proud of you and the fact that she's got all this love for you and the fact that she just wants you to know how much she's around you. And I did, I did see a hummingbird. So I feel like she's going to show you the hummingbird or the wings to let you know that she's around, okay?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Awesome.
All right. Tia, I'm so sorry, honey, but I have to let you go. But lots of love to you, okay?
Lots of love to you and everybody else. God bless everyone. Have a good night.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye. All right, everybody. I got to go. I got to say goodbye. I want to give you lots of love. Thank you for watching. Please share. Please post something nice on iTunes. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Sometimes I feel like a star, but only strictly where I'm famous. I'm in this for the longest haul, like we'll see where it takes us. I'm throwing back these double shots like whiskey here is weightless. Cause this career I chose was even riskier than Vegas, yo.